to shave this hair away and see the skin underneath, that brown spot is in fact a freckle. This is where it's going to start getting a little bit gory, because there's going to be a lot of blood. So perhaps we should let Dr. Steyn come get on with the seriousness of this, and we'll check in with him when the surgery is completed.
She's searching for the truth. She's searching for the truth.
This cheetah is a special case scenario. She's a wild cheetah who was caught on farmland. De Wilt went out to collect her and bring her back to the centre, where she's had a full gastro, medical and dental checkup. She's been given a clean bill of health, and now she's going to be collared and returned to an adjacent farm in the same area that she came from. Dr. Caldwell, when you were doing her gastroscopy, what stresses did you pick up in her stomach?
In general, her health was good, except that she had those very fine stress pinprick ulcerations.
Okay, so stress clearly does create stomach ulcers.
Absolutely, I've noticed that from personal experience in these cheetahs. I wouldn't say it would happen in all animals, but cheetahs for sure, I've recognized it.
What course of treatment did you put her on?
We just put her on some antibiotics and we put her on some medication to help the stomach cope with it, and we gave her a lot of fluids.
In addition to medication, De Wilt also monitors the animal's diet very carefully. This cheetah's red meat intake has been limited in favor of white meat and specialized nutritional pellets while she's at the center.
Peter, what do you need to keep in mind when you're busy fitting a collar?
All right, this is a new type of a collar that Bjorn's fitting, so it's very, very important that when you fit a collar like this, that you check that it's not, first of all, too tight, or second of all, that it's not too loose. If it's too loose, then it slides off and the cheetah gets its mouth stuck into the band of the collar, and it causes a lot of trauma in the mouth over there. And if it's too tight, obviously when they hunt or when they get fatter out in the field, it starts pressing against the windpipe or the trachea, and they can't breathe properly, they can't hunt properly, they can't swallow properly. So it's vital that this collar gets fitted properly, otherwise you may as well not do it at all.
The collar allows De Wilt to keep track of the cheetah's movements. The collar is linked to a GPS for satellite tracking. This is helpful in order to conduct ongoing research, as well as to keep tabs on these endangered cats. The cheetah population of South Africa currently stands at only 1,400 animals, spread between protected areas, farming areas, and in the majority, captive breeding facilities. It's finally time for the cheetah to be woken up. She'll be placed in the holding cage and then woken up gently, allowing time to adjust to her new surroundings.
Wakey, wakey. Been sleeping too long now.
Once the cheetah has been given the reversal drug, Gabby gently splashes water over her. This stimulates her senses and will help her come around more quickly.
Say hi, everyone. That's it. Come on. That's it. Come on. That's it. That's it. Good girl.
The cheetah is defensive. She's in an unfamiliar place and not entirely sure how she got there.
That's it. Good girl. She's quite dopey still. She's had all the reversal drug she can take. But once we close her up, cheetahs really settle down a lot in sort of dark areas, especially if it's a small area. They settle right down, and there's hardly any stress, actually. I think she's sufficiently awake. What I'm going to do is I'm going to close her up again and just sort of give her a space. let her recover completely.
Our feline is ready to be returned to the wild. The female is being released in the Limpopo province, very close to where she was caught.
It's a 2-hour drive to get this cheetah to its new home. And of course, we've got to do the drive safely, but by the same token, we've got to get there in a decent time frame because the temperature is rising on a half-hourly basis. And the longer this takes, the more stress on the animal.
The reason for relocating cheetah away from farming areas is simple: to give them increased space and more wild prey.
Okay, ek dink dit is reg genoeg.
Dion, what factors do you take into account when releasing a cheetah?
You're going to release her in an area that's quite open, just to prevent the slight chance that she runs into a tree or a sharp branch. She's not very focused when she comes out there, so we're trying to give her a quick escape route, and then she'll feel safe as soon as she gets into the bush.
Well, let's get to
Hopefully. As soon as we pull it open, she'll realise it's open and make a beeline.
Okay.
And with that, freedom is hers. But she's a cautious cat and has decided, with all the foreign smells and strangeness around her, she's not going anywhere for the moment. It's going to take more than a little persuasion to get her going. Oh, that feels good. I could just stay here all day. Eventually, Dion resorts to other measures and simply does what he has to. My heart jumps as I flash back. That exit movement and growl was fast. Then she turns tail and is gone.
As soon as she came out of that cage, she was terribly cautious. But then, of course, she turned and she saw the people. And if you have a look at the one skid mark here with the right paw, that's where she slapped down on the ground. And again, right next to our camera over here. And she seemed to have just gently tilted that camera to the left.
It's another happy tale for De Wilt, a healthy cheetah being released back into the wild, that she may continue to roam free as cheetah have done for centuries, eternally elegant and fast as lightning. Truly, the ballerinas of the bush. Digital technology provided by Sony South Africa. Production vehicles supplied by Mitsubishi.
A true nature's child. She's gonna find the groove. Keep it wild, keep it free.